See, Turek, your mind, it is like a gun. And you want to load it up with little itty bitty bullets of knowledge.
What's going on, family? It's your guy, Bora Lucky Libra. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. As you can see by the title, we picking up the Signs Through the Houses series with Saggy in the second house, all right? Y'all make sure to tap into my website to connect with the Lucky Libra, all right? Y'all can grab my astrology classes on my site. I got 2 classes up from my Patreon. The fundamentals to reading the natal chart and planetary aspects, breaking down the basics of aspects for you guys that's interested in diving deep into that spectrum of astrology, all right? I can check out my Patreon where I'm getting into, collective readings, exclusive content, and more. But let's get right into it, all right? So the second house. What is the second house? All right, we know it's a house dealing with reality, our career approach, all right, building stability, all right, but overall our value system, our self-esteem, what we feel like we have to use to build security and stability. So you have all these astrologers out here will jump straight to saying the second house deal with money and monetary gains and career, but how do we develop that in this lifetime? We develop that through our value system. We develop that through our creative attributes, through what we feel like we have, our talents, what we're good at, all right? So that all trickles down to the second house. When we look at the themes of the houses, the first house is the I am. So after we leave that consciousness, the next energy, the second house, this is the what do I have? All right? So we're here to use what we have. We're here to use what we value in order to build security, in order to build stability. This is why we develop the most frustration when we're in career lanes that don't got a damn thing to do with what we value. All right? So boom. So that's the second house energy, okay? And now we're talking about Sagittarius in the second house. So most likely, this will be my Scorpio risings. This may be my Sagittarius risings. This may be Libra risings, okay? So it depends how your chart is set up. It depends on degrees and intercepted houses. But for the most part, when you have Sagittarius in the second house, all right, we know whatever planets, energies you have in the second house, you're going to naturally value these things. You're going to naturally value these things as far as in the people, places, and things externally. And this is going to be energy you feel like you have to give off naturally. Now, with Sagittarius in the second house, the house ruler is Jupiter. So you need to know what house you have Jupiter in. Wherever Jupiter at, that's the house we need to work with because that's the house you already naturally value. That career approach need to be played around and exercised in that area of life, okay? But overall, shout out to my Sagittarius in the second house. You got Jupiter as the house ruler. I got Pisces in my second house. So Pisces is Jupiter is my second house ruler too. Now, what does that influence bring? That brings us valuing things dealing with our goddamn knowledge and wisdom, valuing spirituality, valuing evolution and spiritual growth, valuing learning. Okay, so this is the thing here. The second house deals with reality. So when we have all this esoteric energy, all this philosophical energy in the second house, this is going to manifest somebody into paying attention to different ways of using spirituality, different ways of using their knowledge and wisdom and their awareness about something to build stability and security. It don't even have to be that deep into spirituality, but y'all gotta understand Sagittarius is the teacher, is the preacher, is the pastor, is the student, okay? So a lot of people with Jupiter ruled second houses, Sagittarius ruled second houses and shit, a lot of them be teachers. A lot of y'all be teachers. And if y'all not teachers or if y'all not spiritualists, astrologers or whatnot, a lot of y'all got y'all do a lot of teaching in what you do, okay? You could be a motherfucking hairdresser, but you giving a lot of knowledge and wisdom to your clients how to take care of their hair, what to do next time they come into the shop and what to do when they at home, how to take care of their hair. You probably have a YouTube channel giving out a lot of knowledge and wisdom about hair. So it's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that's navigating through your career path, and you're becoming a vessel how to give that off a lot of the time. Jupiter in the second house is, once again, whatever's in this house is what we truly value. So Jupiter Sagittarius in this house is going to value their ability to give off the awareness about the things that they experience and they learn. They're going to value experiencing Sagittarius is one of the most free-spirited signs in the zodiac, but overall, Sagittarius is trying to spread its fire. So it's trying to enlighten others and see if it could get sparked up by the ideals of others as well. So this is something that's going to be prominent in career. Sagittarius in the second house, this individual is going to want to be able to move around in career. May really want to touch others, all right? You know, bounce energy off of others, okay? You can't really sit fire in one place. When you got fire in them earth houses, man, you know, a lot of your career approach is going to have to deal with forms of either creativity, self-expression, okay? It's hard to stay in routine with fire in them earth houses. It's hard to deal with repetitive, the same old, looking forward to the same old things. That shit is a no-go with, not with Sagittarius in the second house. Because Sagittarius in the second house already has, when it comes to their value system, that shit is already abstract. That shit already goes beyond reality. You know, Sagittarius ain't got no boundaries. The more I'm studying the natal, the more I'm realizing Sagittarius, you guys have no regard for rules at times. You guys have no regards for rules and boundaries. All right? I bet you the most criminals is probably Sagittarius. I need to look that shit up. Because it's Jupiter here, so Jupiter get reckless. Jupiter expands. So you may experience working a lot of jobs, working in a lot of places, doing a lot of things with Sagittarius in the second house, okay? But ultimately, this person is going to have to dive into form of self-expression, creative expression here, okay? You know, a lot of artists, when we start having fire elements touch the earth houses, period, we dealing with a lot of that energy. But, you know, Sagittarius is mutable fire. This is a fixed earth house. So having mutable fire in this house could be a little changeable when we deal with career a lot of times. Could change a little too much in career here as well. Could transform a lot here too. We know this house has to deal with, this house deals with longevity. This house deals with, you know, being firm in what is it that you're valuing in career. All right. And allowing that to grow. See it to grow. So it's like Sagittarius in this house will run into circumstances in their life where, regardless of what other energies they have, especially if they're dealing with a whole bunch of other, like, you have a lot of air and fire in your sun and moon, you're gonna run into circumstances with Sagittarius in here where you have to be like, okay, what am I gonna get settled with my career life? What am I gonna get settled with? Okay, but Sagittarius wants to take all the loops and all the different circumstances and experiences in life to find ways to extract wisdom from these things. You're going to look at all the gems you got in your backpack and see how you could solidify that in career. So this is why it's very important to understand where Jupiter is at. It's very important to understand where Jupiter is at. Regardless of these natural influences of signs in the houses, they're going to bring natural influences into this area of life. And these are going to be energies that ultimately end up developing, excuse me guys, they're gonna naturally end up developing wisdom for you to integrate into career, okay? But sooner or later you gotta get stable here. Got to pick something to get stable here, Sagittarius. Can't be too free-spirited all the time in career. But a lot of them experiences going to end up leading you into what you may teach, what awareness you may give off. These people give off a lot of awareness. Jupiter in the second house, Jupiter ruling the second house, these people really don't, once again, they don't have mundane values. You know, they observe the collective. Sagittarius in this house is going to value all different types of learning about all different type of belief systems, religions, philosophies. So that's where there's a lot of teaching going on here, but they love to learn. So we don't have to correlate everything to business and career in the second house, but these people, they love to learn. They love to soak up knowledge, okay? Depending on their energies, they could be isolated, secluded, just learning all day, every day. Binge watching their favorite teachers or whatnot. Finding different ways to go experience, adventure, new things. Okay? So, yeah, Sagittarius not going to bring no mundane values in this house. These people, you know, we all seek stability in some type of shape or form because we have Saturns, we have Earth houses. We're forced to learn how to develop these things. But the Sagittarius in the second house could kind of put money on the back burner a lot of the times, because it starts to value things beyond the physical realm. It starts to value Jupiter shit. Okay? And Jupiter is all about experiencing, understanding the significance of being a spirit in a body, and looking at your experience from the outside, from an outside of your body perspective. Okay? Extracting knowledge and wisdom for your experiences. So huge teacher values here. I really, you know, I'm at this point in my career, all right, I'm not a master and never will be a master. And you shouldn't seek to be a master of anything, because that's when you put a limit on something that you're studying, learning. But at this point in my astrological career, I've done enough charts to know that there's a stupid, extreme, intense influence to teach here. A lot of y'all are teachers in this realm. So even if you're still trying to figure out career, you got Sagittarius in this house, you need to think about the things you already complimented on about what you know, the knowledge and wisdom and awareness you have. Could be very charismatic in career here too. Could be very charismatic. Once again, fire in them earth houses, deal with creative self-expression. So y'all gotta learn how to plant seeds in them things. Find where Jupiter is at, all right, guys? You gotta find where Jupiter at. But this house needs practicality and tact, guys. This is an earth house. So Sagittarius, you're gonna have to, that ain't your thing. Routine, schedule, organization, you square Virgo, you square the sixth house, like all that shit, that ain't your shit right there. So that gotta get integrated. Even when you find out what is it you want to teach, express what you want to do, what your career approach is gonna be, that's gonna have to be a lesson that gotta be implemented here. All right, guys. So y'all already know what it is. It's your guy Boro, the Lucky Libra. Y'all make sure to tap into my website. Y'all make sure to tap into my Patreon and all that. And next we picking it up with Capricorn in the 10th house. All right, guys. And until the next time, peace.